Men's 5,000 metres T54. Josh Cassidy is in this. Lemeunier of France and Josh George, who's already had a big win here this week. Roger Huigbo Vidauga of Spain. Natheniel Arkley, our first look at him this week. Lifetime best set this year. He's 18 years old. Kota HOKINOUE of Japan. He's 40 next year. Lyon of Switzerland. Josh Cassidy, seen a lot of him this week. The old clan tattoo on the side. He represents Canada. Lemeunier of France. He's 48 years old and has a bit of speeding to get near his lifetime best. Joshua George of the United States and Masayuki Higuchi of Japan. It's the first three who make it, and the four fastest losers. Marcel Hug comfortably through in the first semi-final. So around 10 or 11 minutes around the track. It's Huigbo Vidauga of Spain, Arkley of Australia, HOKINOUE of Japan, Lutzer of Switzerland, Cassidy of Canada, Lemeunier of France, George of the USA, and Masayuki Higuchi of Japan. The first three automatically through to the final to join Hug, Cassidy and Colman, and the next four fastest losers. Well, the cowbell's ringing for good reason right now, but it's Arkley, the youngster of Australia, who's moved through first. Joshua George of the USA, and Josh Cassidy, very easy to pick out with the psychedelic wheels. You'll always know where he is. Trying to hypnotise the opposition, he moves up into second place. Joshua George comfortably in front at the moment. Two Japanese here, HOKINOUE and Higuchi.
Josh Cassidy from Canada, from Port Elgin on Ontario. He's won the London Marathon, he's won the Boston Marathon, and just talking about those hypnotic wheels, now this is a man who studied design at Sheridan College, so maybe designed, like you say, those hypnotic wheels to put his opponents in a trance. But it's good for us because it's obvious which one he is as he comes round.
Well, it's wise, it gets some notice, and I'm surprised more people actually don't do that. As Cassidy, who's very shortly going to take the lead, as Joshua George makes way for him, moves out of the way, and Cassidy goes in front. Roger Huigbo Vidauga in second at the moment. Can they try and keep the pace up, though, in comparison to what we saw in the first semi-final, where the pace was somewhat sedate?
And the other Josh in the race, Josh George, an amazing character. At the age of 4, he was playing alone in his bedroom at his family's apartment in Northern Virginia. He fell out of his bedroom window. His bedroom was 12 stories up. Miraculously, he survived, and to the wonderment of the whole world, I think, he went on to thrive academically and athletically. Josh George surviving a 12-story fall at the age of 4.
Well, it's the Japanese who are now beginning to make their move, because up there is HOKINOUE and Higuchi. But we're going to leave that for now because we've got medals to be decided, and we're in the men's long jump T20 final, and this is Lemeunier, Portugal.
Okay, let's see what he can do here. At the moment, he is in bronze medal position. Zoran Talic of Croatia in silver, and Dmitry Prudnikov in gold medal position. Asking for the crowd support, gets it, they're clapping. 6.77 his best jump, it was his last jump. He's been getting better, this guy. That looked like a really good one. 6.77, he seemed to be in the air for a long time, but he's come down. I would say that that might be round about 6.77, it might be just slightly better. Let's have a look here. He needs 30 centimetres more, he certainly hasn't got that. That's going to be, I would say, just a couple of centimetres better, but he is in bronze medal position, and unless this comes up at more than 7.07, he will stay in bronze medal position.
Well, he's never broken 7 metres in his life, and even if he did that, he would still need to gain a few extra centimetres to go up into second place. So I think that's your lot, Lenin. It will be bronze for you.
Just waiting for confirmation of that, but it is 6.77, exactly the same as his 5th jump. So he gets the bronze. He applauds the crowds. Oh, nice theatrical wave to the crowd from the Portuguese competitor. And now it's the guy who looks to me like he's just wearing a pair of cut-off shorts, because he's from Croatia, Zoran Talic. You can tell he's Croatian with the red and white checks. He's got the white vest on, but the shorts, just to me, do not look like athletic shorts. 7.07 is his season's best. It was his last jump. He needs to beat 7.15, which at the moment Prudnikov of the Ukraine has jumped. So Zoran Talic, his last jump was a season's best. He needs to add 8 centimetres to that if he's going to go and compete for the gold. No, he hasn't got it. That's not better than 7.07. I think we know that. So that means Zoran Talic of Croatia will get the silver medal. Lemeunier of Portugal will get the bronze. And the man we're going to see next, Dmitry Prudnikov, with the last jump of the competition, will be confirmed as the gold medal winner. At the moment, he set a new personal best of 7.15. We'll see him next. Let's just see Talic again one last time. He turns round. He knows he hasn't beaten 7.07. Shakes his head, has a chat with the man in the sandpit, and his shirt's riding up with wear. He's a little bit disappointed. He's waiting for confirmation. 6.88. You've got the silver, Zoran. And disappointment for him. So this is the gold medal winner. He's already confirmed as the gold, but he still has a jump left, which he's going to do. He's jumped 6.83, 7.15, 4.39, 6.69 and 7.14. The second of those jumps, 7.15, was a personal best for him. He's the gold medalist, he's the champion, and now can he go even further? Last jump of the long jump, Dmitry Prudnikov in the T20 final. Big leap for him, and that's around about the 7-metre mark. He's been very inconsistent with his jumps. One of them was 4.39, some of the others were 6-something, but he's had 2 good ones, a 7.15 and a 7.14, and that one looked round about 7 metres to me. He's got the gold medal, whatever. 6 laps left in this 5,000 metres second semi-final. We'll be back with that once we've got the mark here for the gold medalist, Dmitry Prudnikov of the Ukraine. Ukrainians having an absolutely fantastic games, being congratulated by fellow competitors, the Portuguese man, the first over to give him a hug, Dmitry Prudnikov, and his 6.98. So that's not an improvement, but his second jump of 7.15 means that Prudnikov is the gold medalist and world champion.
And it's Ukraine's 7th gold medal of these games. Prudnikov winning 7.15, that personal best, ahead of Talic and Kunya, who just could not wrestle him away. 5 laps to go in this men's 5,000 metres T54 second semi-final. Joshua George is in the lead for the United States. Cassidy has moved back into 3rd last at the moment, but won't worry about that just yet. Natheniel Arkley, very much a new name for us, for Australia, is in 2nd place, but he's doing well to stay up there. And the 2 Japanese are 3rd and 4th at the moment, Higuchi and HOKINOUE. But it's been very much like the first semi-final. They've been just coasting along, really, taking turns to the front. It feels like it's a slightly faster rate than the first semi-final, but we'll see that a little later on. We'll have 3 laps to go. Group stretching a little bit more than we saw earlier, as Joshua George continues to lead. Arkley 2nd, and the Japanese will be moving up strongly now at the front. Higuchi and HOKINOUE, and also the Spaniard Pigbo Vidaiga is also on the way up there. And towards the back is Tobias Luther. He's been there for a little bit of today. But we've still got 3.5 laps. That's 1,400 metres to go, and the real racing will not start for a little bit later. Japanese are currently positioned 2nd, and a little bit of movement on the outside coming as well, ought to be pointed out. Cassidy we've not seen up in the front for a little while, but Higuchi overtakes his stablemate HOKINOUE for now. Here comes Cassidy out of nowhere. He was way back in 6th and 7th about 10 seconds ago. Now he's moved up in the outside, up and towards 2nd place, and he's dividing the Japanese for now. It's Japan, Canada and Japan. We've got 3 laps to go here. I'm calling for silence here. I'm not entirely sure why, because there's a race going on at the moment.
I'm you, I would ignore them, because I think we need your commentary. Maybe it's people annoyed by the Swiss cowbells.
Oh, well, I think I'll tell you why. We've got the T11 javelin starting, which we haven't introduced to you yet, and that is the javelin competition for athletes who are completely blind. And I don't know who's come up with that idea, but they're completely mad, but why not? We've got 2 laps to go here in this semi-final. And leading the way is Higuchi of Japan, then it's Cassidy of Canada, then it's HOKINOUE of Japan. That was the first row, by the way, in that competition. We'll introduce them to you shortly. Well, we've got 700 metres to go in this right now, and every time the Tanai ceases and the silence please comes up, it's because of one of the T-teen categories. But they're really spread out here. Cassidy's going a nice pace in second place. Japan, Canada, Japan at the moment. And Big Bo Vidaga is in 4th place with around 400 metres to go. And where is Joshua George? He's back down in 5th place at the moment, and surely will have to move up on the outside. He's really boxed in at the moment. It's hard to see what he's doing back there. And also the Swiss Lutcher is back down in 7th place. So here we go. Here's the bell. It's Higuchi who leads. Cassidy is 2nd. HOKINOUE's 3rd. Pigbo is 4th. And then 5th is Cassidy. And there's a breakaway, and the rest are now being left behind. And it's between these 5 to take the 3 automatic qualifiers for the final to join Hug, Colman and Cassidy in the decider tomorrow night. Cassidy's very happily in 2nd place at the moment and pushing away at the front. Higuchi now. HOKINOUE's in 3rd. And sooner rather than later, Joshua George is going to have to move up from 5th place. Maybe he's happy enough. Maybe they've done the calculations. This should be faster, actually, than the first semi-final. But it's going to be Japan 1 and 3 at the moment. And gliding up towards the line. It's Higuchi who'll take this. Real photo finish coming. HOKINOUE's going to be 2nd place. Japan 1, Japan 2. Canada 3, and that's a championship record as well. Josh Cassidy took 3rd place. I think we're guaranteed the first 5 are definitely all the way through to the final. There's no doubting that at all. 10:22.29 is well inside the old championship record set in Christchurch by Hug, and that's been made official now. Higuchi taking the honours. HOKINOUE, to me, looked to be in 2nd place, and he was well inside the championship time. Well, the top 5 were definitely inside the championship record. I think it was more than that, to be honest. Higuchi winning at HOKINOUE in 2nd place. Cassidy in 3rd. He was also 10:22. There's a really, really good call that the first 7 in this semi-final have all made it to the final. George coming through in 4th place. Pigbo Vidaga in 5th, 10:23. And Higuchi gliding through. It's now coming up as a personal best. It is certainly inside the championship record. We'll try and find out the reason why the CR has fallen off for the time being. There must be a very good reason. Or it goes to the machine. Higuchi, HOKINOUE, Cassidy, George, Pigbo Vidaga, Arkley,